just off the strip here in Las Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, please welcome.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue trunks and hailing from Clearwater, Florida. He weighed in at a ready 146 1/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 1 no decision, and 22 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making the 3rd defense of his title, ladies and gentlemen, here is the hard-hitting, undefeated, and reigning WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing Keith Thurman.
What happens when explosive power meets towering pressure inside the boxing ring? Keith Thurman, a former world champion known for his speed and knockout ability, now faces one of the most awkward and dangerous fighters in the division, Sebastian Fundora. Standing unusually tall for his weight, Fundora brings relentless pressure, volume punching, and a style that has troubled even experienced fighters. But Thurman has faced elite competition before and knows how to control distance and timing. This fight isn't just about skill, it's about adjustments, strategy, and who can impose their game plan first on fight night. Keith Thurman enters this fight with experience, power, and the mindset of a fighter who has been at the top before. His ability to move, counter, and land explosive shots makes him a serious threat to anyone in the division. On the other side, Sebastian Fundora is a completely different challenge. His height, reach, and constant pressure create problems that most fighters aren't prepared for. Fundora doesn't fight like a traditional boxer. He overwhelms opponents with volume and forces them into uncomfortable exchanges. This matchup is a classic clash of styles where intelligence, discipline, and adaptability will decide the outcome. Usual style and non-stop pressure take control of the fight. Why he once dominated the division. As the fight progressed, the contrast in styles became even more dramatic. Sebastian Fundora kept marching forward, throwing volume punches and trying to overwhelm Thurman with constant pressure. Meanwhile, Keith Thurman relied on timing, slipping shots, and landing explosive counters to the body and head. Every clean punch brought the crowd to its feet. It was a chess match mixed with pure chaos, exactly the kind of fight boxing fans live for. Midway through the fight, momentum began shifting in unexpected ways. Sebastian Fundora started finding success with his jab and uppercuts inside, using his height advantage to make things uncomfortable. But Keith Thurman responded with thunderous hooks and sharp right hands that shook the arena. Each round became harder to score. One moment Fundora seemed in control, and the next moment Thurman reminded everyone he still carried knockout power. One of the most intense moments came when Keith Thurman unleashed a blistering combination that briefly stunned Sebastian Fundora. The crowd erupted as Thurman sensed an opportunity and pressed forward aggressively, but Fundora's toughness showed once again. Instead of backing down, the towering fighter fired back with a barrage of punches, turning the exchange into one of the wildest moments of the entire fight. As the later rounds approached, fatigue started creeping in for both fighters. Sebastian Fundora continued marching forward, refusing to give Thurman space to breathe. Meanwhile, Keith Thurman relied on experience and ring intelligence to survive the pressure. He moved laterally, picked his shots carefully, and looked for those sudden explosive counters. Every second of the fight felt dangerous, as either fighter could change the outcome with a single punch. The championship rounds turned into a true test of heart and endurance. Sebastian Fundora kept applying relentless pressure, throwing punches from angles that frustrated Thurman, but Keith Thurman refused to fade quietly. He fired back with powerful body shots and crisp counters that reminded fans of his prime years. It was the kind of dramatic back-and-forth battle that instantly becomes unforgettable in boxing history. By the final rounds, both fighters were digging deep into their reserves. Keith Thurman knew every punch could decide the fight, while Sebastian Fundora kept pushing the pace, determined to break his opponent. The exchanges became even more dramatic, with both men landing heavy shots. Fans inside the arena were on their feet, fully aware they were witnessing a brutal and unforgettable showdown. When the final bell echoed through the arena, both Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora stood exhausted but proud after delivering an incredible fight. It was a clash of styles, power versus pressure, experience versus relentless aggression. Moments like these are why boxing remains one of the most thrilling sports in the world. But the biggest question remained: who truly did enough to win this brutal battle? As the judges prepared their scorecards, analysts immediately began breaking down what made this clash so intense. Keith Thurman showed flashes of the explosive fighter who once ruled the division, delivering sharp counters and powerful combinations. On the other side, Sebastian Fundora proved once again why his pressure and awkward style are so difficult to handle. The fight wasn't just about power, it was about adaptability, strategy, and mental toughness under extreme pressure. One key moment analysts highlighted was the tactical adjustments made by Keith Thurman during the middle rounds. Instead of standing directly in front of the taller opponent, he began circling and attacking the body of Sebastian Fundora. Those body shots slowed Fundora slightly and created openings for counterpunches upstairs. It showed Thurman's veteran ring IQ, proving that even against a physically unique opponent, experience and strategy can still shift the momentum of a fight. However, Sebastian Fundora refused to let the fight slip away easily. His constant pressure forced Keith Thurman to remain alert every second. Fundora's ability to throw long punches from unusual angles made him dangerous, even when Thurman seemed in control. The towering fighter's stamina also became a major factor. Despite absorbing heavy counters, he continued walking forward, proving that resilience and relentless aggression can be just as powerful as precision punching. Fans on social media exploded with reactions as clips of the fight quickly spread across platforms. Many praised Keith Thurman for showing that his power and timing were still elite. Others were amazed by the durability of Sebastian Fundora, who absorbed huge punches yet never stopped pushing forward. The debate instantly began. Was this a tactical victory for Thurman or a relentless performance by Fundora that impressed fans even more? Another fascinating aspect of the fight was the psychological battle taking place inside the ring. Keith Thurman had to remain calm under relentless pressure, while Sebastian Fundora needed to stay confident despite absorbing powerful counters. Every round became a mental test as much as a physical one. Fighters at this level understand that hesitation can cost everything, so both men pushed forward with determination that showed why elite boxing is as much about mindset as skill. The physical differences between the fighters also created one of the most interesting stylistic clashes in recent boxing memory. Sebastian Fundora used his incredible height and reach to keep punches flowing from distance. Meanwhile, Keith Thurman relied on explosive bursts of speed to close the gap and land devastating hooks. This contrast made every exchange unpredictable, turning the fight into a fascinating battle of geometry, timing, and tactical awareness. Many experts believe this fight could have major implications for the future of both fighters. A strong performance from Keith Thurman proves he still belongs among the top contenders. Meanwhile, Sebastian Fundora continues building his reputation as one of the toughest challenges in the division. Regardless of the official result, both fighters showed the kind of determination and heart that keeps fans coming back to boxing again and again. Looking ahead, fans are already imagining what could come next for these warriors. Could Keith Thurman chase another massive title opportunity, or will Sebastian Fundora use this momentum to secure an even bigger showdown against another elite contender? The possibilities are endless, and fights like this remind everyone how quickly the boxing landscape can change when two hungry competitors collide in the ring. For viewers watching the highlights, the fight delivered everything fans crave: power punches, dramatic exchanges, and moments where victory seemed to swing back and forth. Keith Thurman displayed the explosive skill that made him a fan favorite for years. Meanwhile, Sebastian Fundora proved once again that his relentless style and towering presence make him one of the most dangerous fighters to face in modern boxing. In the end, This unforgettable battle between Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora reminded everyone why boxing remains one of the most thrilling sports on the planet. Two warriors stepped into the ring and left everything behind in pursuit of victory, and for the fans, it was pure entertainment from start to finish. If you enjoyed this breakdown, by the time the final bell rings, this fight could completely reshape the future of the division. If Keith Thurman proves he still has the speed, power, and timing that made him a champion, it could open the door for another run at the top. But if Sebastian Fundora manages to overwhelm Thurman with his size, reach, and relentless pressure, it would confirm his place among the division's most dangerous fighters. Either way, this battle promises drama, strategy, and explosive moments. Now the question goes to you. Who wins this clash of styles? The experienced veteran Thurman, or as fight night approaches, the biggest question remains: can Keith Thurman use his experience and power to break down a unique fighter like Sebastian Fundora, or will Fundora's pressure and size prove too much to handle? This is the kind of fight where one adjustment can change everything, and one mistake can decide the result. Both fighters have something to prove, and neither can afford to lose momentum at this stage of their careers. Drop your predictions in the comments. Like the video if you're excited for this matchup, and subscribe for more deep boxing analysis and fight breakdowns.